Hold up. Is this thing still reading the wrong title? For real? I just changed that. Oh, I hate this YouTube thing. Give me a second. Wait, it says it says pandemic disease? Perfect. Okay, good. Because on my end it certainly doesn't. All right. Fantastic. Well, now I got to do my intro. Here, I thought I was doing it wrong. Give me a second. Let me not destroy my computer. All right. Wait. There we go. Jeez. There's like all sorts of chat rolling over the screen there. That's not what I was looking for. And the other chat just isn't working. Oh, well. Anyhow, so yes, I unfortunately, I don't know, maybe fortunately, I hit start stream accidentally, so therefore this is an impromptu stream. I will be recording the Pandemic Disease episode 2. So there's certain bullet points and whatnot that I want to go through, so things might be a little weird here and I may not be reading all of the comments. Plus they're spread out all over the place. Part of the reason I haven't done a lot of live streams yet is because there's a lot of layers to actually doing a live stream and doing it well enough to the point where it is working correctly, and half the stuff that I have right now is just not working right. So if it doesn't really work out well, just know that I wasn't really planning to do this. So I think I see a lot of buffering going on. Ooh, yeah, that doesn't look right. Why is it so incredibly low? By the way, thank you so much, Joe. You guys are going to have to let me know if the stream is lagging here a little bit. You guys just let me know. Because it looks like it's super lagging on my end. I didn't I tried to limit it to my bandwidth, but I'm not 100% sure I nailed it. But then again, thank you so much, Joe, for that donation there. Slideshow. All right, give me a second here. Nope. Just fixing stuff, people, that's all. At least that's my hopes. I tried to cut it back down a little bit. I don't have the best internet, unfortunately, so there's really only so much I can do. All right. I'm in the green. Chat's working. There you go. There's Discord chat all set up. Thank you so much, Pancake King 78. All right, so I'm going to get into it now. Let's see if I can go through everything I need to think about here. Videos. Oops, I lost my bullet point on comments. You guys want to see what the comments looks like on one of these videos? So what I do, we're getting a little behind the scenes tour here. You ready? So here's the top comments, right? And then what you do is you go down here and you hit more, and then you just hit more and you load up all the pages. And then, ooh, this one's only 3 right there. So there's all the points right there. So hopefully what I can do here is then find the 2 bullet points, which is going to be the doors. No, it's a conveyor. Yeah. Okay. We're talking a little bit about how we can move the bottles. All right. I hope it's not laggy. Might we just want to drop the settings a little bit. All right, here we go. Welcome back, my fellow duplicants, to Oxygen Not Included. This is the Pandemic Disease Challenge, Episode 2. So, today, we're going to move some bottles. We're also going to touch some disease. My dupes might possibly die, but we're going to see what happens here. My goal is to get through episode challenge 75 by the cycle 75 by the end of this episode. Wow, that's working out really good. By the way, there's a lot of chat going on here as well because I decided to hit live stream. We were talking about doing live streams, and just the other day I was making a whole video on how I was planning to do some live streams with the theme of those being a little bit too not prompted, I should say, just hitting live and going for it. But anyhow, that just happened to work out. So there's live. I'll be talking to some people over there as well. But this is going to be edited, so the video will show up later, hopefully on about Monday, 5 o'clock or so. So depending on who I'm talking to here, whether it's you or you present, that's what's going to happen. So as far as this challenge is to its current point here, we have avoided the germs by not touching any of the bottles. Now, there were some really creative ideas over there in the comment section about how we could potentially move these bottles without physically touching them, which would delay our I guess the moment and point, whatever, delay us having to touch the bottles altogether. So one of those ideas was to use a conveyor, and that would actually be a giant door conveyor to actually physically move the bottles from left or right into one singular spot to where at that point you could process them or potentially have that exposed to chlorine. I'm not 100% sure if a bottle in chlorine will lose its disease or not, but that is one idea. The other one was to use a tile to actually move them left and right. How do we say this guy's name? So M Logan 2K2 here says one of the things you could do is you can reconstruct your tiles and actually move them without actually physically touching them. So that might be something I give a try, but I'm not 100% sure. I think ultimately what I need to do here is have a spot down low that's going to have a lot of chlorine in it to where we can actually process that water using kind of our disinfecting loop that we've used in the past. That way we get nice, clean, polluted water, and then also just defend the base with as many wash basins as possible. All right, there we go. Intro done. Woo! Hey, what's up, guys? Let's see if I can figure out. I got chat on both sides. This is gonna be fun. Anyhow, all right. So as far as where I was going to put that, there's a good spot right down here where we can. Well, I don't have one of those. I don't even think I have the liquid bottles researched yet. What am I working on? I left off working towards the water sieve. Okay, yeah, I'm definitely going to need that. So improved plumbing is right above it. So that's all working together, going towards the right direction here. I'm going to get rid of some of these extra oxygen diffusers. We don't really need those, do we? We'll speed the game up here so it isn't running so slow. Thanks so much, George Blaze. All right. A lot of people have talked about the idea of potentially having those sweepers being able to pick up and drop off bottles. Not 100% sure. I think it would be really useful. I'm not 100% sure why they wouldn't do that. I think it should be done. I think they should also be able to pick up eggs and stuff, which they can't they? All right, here's what goes on. We just like mop every single day. Okay, the one last idea that I had here was to cover the floor with mesh tiles, but then have specific spots for the actual pump to capture the liquid that is being peed and actually have them move it to a certain location. I guess have the pump it to a primary location. So what we could create here is design all of our rooms intentionally so that there's a bowl essentially down here with a pump inside of it. And I think that'd be a good idea. There's a lot of comments that were actually talking about the idea of having the dupes on a regular schedule to where you lock them in a certain spot until they do their business. The thing is, I find that the moment that they do their business, I think it always delays a little bit each cycle because they hit 100% and then they stay there for a little while. Why do I leave so much carbon dioxide down there? Well, I have not really set up... Well, I don't have the water sieve yet. That's why. Once I have the carbon sieve... once I have the water sieve and the carbon scrubber, I can set those up right next to each other, and that would just take care of it. But for right now, I'm just using the terrariums to do their thing. And yeah, the live stream is a little bit of an oopsie. I wasn't necessarily planning for it. But then I quickly got it together. So this is, like, I guess a real live stream, but it's also, I'm going to be recording this so it'll go live tomorrow, but it'll be an edited version of this. So let's explore this idea. What would it take if I were to rework this floor and have it funnel all of the liquid that comes out of the dupes that have an accident at night into one spot where a pump would be. So if it was here like this, I don't have any of the small pumps just yet, and I'm not going to get there within 100 cycles. What I could do is something like that. Although it seems like a really popular spot for dupes to do their business would be right down here. So maybe I'll just kind of do this number. And what I could do is just put a liquid pump right there, deconstruct the floor. I don't think those should be just fine. Yeah, you can't really see the germs when they're pumping through the pipes. All right, so I got to figure out where I'm going to do this liquid processing. So I think I'm going to do it right down here. I mean, that just seems like a great spot for it. If you take a look at the germ overlay, there was a lot of food poisoning over here. That's all died off. But if I go right down here or over there, then I have bleach stone in this area. So I could use this same spot, come down here, and do the liquid loop right down there. It's a little bit out of the way, but I like that. The other idea I had was if we have some chlorine, like in an enclosed room, you could have the micro musher, or you're cooking half exposed to chlorine and then the other half is just like oxygen. Or you just have oxygen nearby. So your dupes come in there, they cook for a little bit, then they run out and catch their breath. And if you had the carbon skimmer inside of there, the carbon dioxide would not push the chlorine out of the room. But you need the carbon skimmer. Oh yeah, I think I'm going to go right down here. That just seems to be a good spot. Yeah, so the rules for this challenge are that I cannot build any of the lavatories or outhouses. And there was some discussion or debate for me internally whether or not I was going to have that for a medical room but not actually be able to use it. Just build it and have it disabled. It's actually been a little while, Voltage Force, since I did a live stream. I was doing it there for a little while. I don't know, just I kind of started to... I think it had to do with pretty much just how much I was working. So I was just like, making videos was all I could do. And then I just haven't gotten back to the point of actually getting up fast enough to where I could do live streams. As far as talking about live streams, though, for this channel and what I want to do live streams about, RimWorld, Factorio, those are things that I think I can live stream here, possibly a little bit more on Twitch, because uploading those directly to YouTube doesn't really work out that great for me. Unfortunately, there's a fair amount of unsubs, well, more unsubs than there are subs when it comes to uploading that content. So it's kind of a thing I need to do, even if it, so the thought is do live streams, but don't necessarily post the live streams to the channel. Gain a little bit of a momentum, and then you can make more videos on that once you have a little momentum. That's the crazy YouTube thing that we're dealing with these days. Anyhow. So yeah, try to learn a game while playing a live stream. Yeah, that's my great thought so far. All right, so I'm going to build this one up here. Unfortunately, this hatchling is in a horrible spot, so I should really... What? How'd you get down here? Oh, there's a little egg down there. I should set up a ranch. I should set up everything. Dupes, just do everything. All right. All right, Jack. Can a world be a closed system and self-sustain itself? Yeah, I think it absolutely can. I've seen a couple of self-sustaining bases, and it's kind of complex. I mean, the big thing is you have space. So you have a consistent source of filtration mediums, and you also have other stuff that you can go and pull back. So yeah, the base can be self-sustaining. At least in the early days, sand was your biggest problem because you would run out of filtration medium. Now that's really easy. You can make sand forever. Nearly. And then you also get the stuff that you pick up from the top. I will answer that question of how do you clean food poisoning. We're actually going to do that right down here once I get there. We're going to kick this Draco out. Actually, we won't kick it out. I'm sure it'll escape. You'll see the hole and it'll be like... That's what they do. Let's take a look at my jobs. Anybody completed their jobs yet? Yes, a lot of them. All right, so they're smart, but how... What's their current morale? Oh, you know what? They could actually go up to tier 3. Good has already completed that. I don't know if I want to push them that far. They're at 8. Like, they might have just gotten to that level because they ate some really good food. Gouda's going to move down there. Gratch. Or has Gratch not been... Yeah, you have not been through the research assistant. That's a good way to get their intelligence up so they learn other things fast. I will need a cook, so... Fatty, you're going to be the cook. There we go. Just shifting them around. At this point, it's probably... wrong buttons. Really good idea to do proximity. It's big enough of a base at this point. Oh! I got one of these. There you go, Fatty. You can have yourself a... snazzy suit. That was what I was looking for. Ranch. That's plus 12. I'm not there yet. I gotta get those guys out of there. Oh, food drop-off point. Now, where to put those little guys? There we go. We'll put them over there. Alright, I have too many priorities. You can just go down a little bit. 4 to 4 to 4. Actually, that one can stay 5. I don't have many dupes in this base. It's kind of hard to get stuff done. There should be game audio. You should be able to hear it. Just quiet. Awesome. I'm glad you're enjoying the channel down there. Steve? Alright, so I completed my research that I needed down here. So now I have a water sieve. So now I want to research the liquid reservoir. And at that point, well, I'll have that. But I also need some automation as well. So I'm going to need a pipe sensor and valves. I can never remember where all of this stuff is. So I've got automation wires. Where is that sensor? I'm looking for the germ sensor. There you are. Oh, wait, nope. Firm. That's not the right word. Germ. Oh, there it is. Right there. Okay, so now that I have the water sieve, what I can do is I can set up a scrubber down here to get rid of some of this carbon dioxide. So if we just plan this one out real quick, we'll probably want to put that a little closer. And then use plumbing, it's refinement, water sieve. And set it up like that. There's just always this flood. All these dupes. Unreachable build, okay. How'd I get to that one? Nope. Nope. There you go. So if we do a plumbing loop like this, where we go, oh, this is all we have to do. It's just in and out. The thing is, I do need to prime the pump a little bit. So we'll just set up a quick manual generator right there. And we'll get rid of that. There we go. Brian wants to see some chaos in real time. Thank you so much for your donation, man. Yeah, I know, right? We'll see the moment where this just goes wrong and everything blows up. Hopefully not. Hopefully it stays intact here. Oops. Could you build this one, please? Everybody's doing researching. Just Lemon Time down here is the only one doing any work. There we go. Critter. Here we go. Try to find all the hatches. And we'll wrangle you up. Without a rancher. Crap. Once you become an adult, you can jump out of there, right? What if I do that? excuse you. Come on. Are you going to be stuck? Wow. Ah! Once again, foiled. So, there's been a lot of really good ideas for additional challenge ideas. I don't know. Should I even tell you this next one? I'm not going to reveal it. No. I've got a new challenge. It'll be a big one. We'll try to go all the way to space and everything. You're going to like it. It'll combine a lot of the other recommendations that you guys have talked about, but it's going to be played out in a pretty cool way. Very few ladders. In familiar shapes. Yeah. I'll give you some hints. We'll see what happens. All right, the morning mop. Here we go. There you go. Good job. Once again, my tools. Change their priority. Here we go. How's your... Okay. Gotta watch really, really close to see what she does here. Because I cannot let her go in there if she's going to burst. Only manual generator, no dupe challenge. How would that work? Ooh, somebody guessed it. Somebody guessed what I'm actually looking to do. Let's see. Process of elimination in the chat. See if anybody... There was one that was correct over there. Can you guys not hear the game audio? All right, give me 1 second. I'll reset.